Excited to see this matchup right here. I'm a big fan of both players. Ned, of course, hailing from the Chicago region, one of the premier clouds of that locality, and then, of course, Komorikiri from Japan. So I really want to see these guys square off, and right off the bat, we're already into it. Both players understanding getting limit is essential, but Komo, with a little bit of a mix-up here, instantly goes to take the stage control and converts it into a grab, second grab.
And they both just decided to quit. That's the end of the limit charging. Starting the match, but now Komo with limit.
Now, I'm a little interested, right? Because obviously Komo knows on his next hit he's going to get limit. He decided not to snap off the limit there just on the side. I was expecting that to happen to increase his chance of landing that hit, but it ended up not really converting too much anyway. Now Ned trying to control the center of the stage. Neither player really able to find a solid opening. Just both players respecting each other's options a lot, respecting the ability to punish, comprehending the speed that Limit Cloud brings to the foray.
And I feel like it's going to be like this a lot as far as both clouds have their limit. As soon as one expends it or has it forced out of it, then the matchup changes completely.
Yeah. So right now we do see Ned now managing to hold center stage. Not able to find the grab he was looking for on the landing there. It is very difficult to catch the landing of Limit Cloud. I mean, that mobility is just something else. We whip a grab, but Ned is able to get back onto the stage without expending that limit. Drops a jungle. Komo's coming back down.
I see slowly and surely Komo building up this lead. Gets the footstool. That's a limit.
I don't even think it was the footstool he wanted, but it was definitely the footstool he needed.
That is absolutely one way to get rid of your opponent's limit. And using your own.
That was clean.
Yep.
The turnaround, like slide step to the left, turn around, cross slash. Absolutely clean. Komo's going to take himself off to a great lead here, especially because upon killing him right there, now both clouds are playing with no limit, and it's just going to mean Komo has a strict advantage to work off of here.
Yep.
He's also able to get a little bit of bonus limit on that that respawn.
About half the bar more than Ned has right now. So you'd likely see him getting it first, but now Ned taking stage control.
Ned messes up his edge trap. Komo answers up, follows with a jab, does get dash attacked off. And now we see Komo's limit online, but Ned gets to throw off the stage. Both characters again with limit. Ned needs to take a huge advantage here. If he does not win the next neutral situation, he's going to be in big trouble. Does manage to get the reversal there, getting himself back into the advantage. He needs to find a kill. Forward tilt will send him off the stage. This could burn Komo's limit. That's it, important. And a kill conversion is soon to follow.
It's the first step. It's a two-step process to KOing Cloud. Get rid of limit, and then use your own. But Komo fighting back. Even without that limit, staying in the game.
He's going to do his best. He's going to try. Ned is just allowing him to stand back, get that limit charge back up. Not really putting a lot of pressure on him, just playing very respectful. And Komorikiri is going to say, you know what, I'm going to cash in on that respect. Takes himself up an additional 76%.
It's a little surprising to see Ned allow that much charging. Komo just throws it out. Not going to take the KO yet, but damage and stage control, as well as getting rid of Ned's limit.
A little bit of spaghetti there from both players. Good DI by Ned. He keeps himself in the game, finds the F tilt, but then Komo just gives up the stock to an F tilt of his own.
And we've seen how this neutral has gone so back and forth, and it's going to be very, very hard for Ned to control it as long as he needs to come back from this deficit. He's doing great so far. Yeah.
Ned is finding some nice two-hit strings, but difficulty converting them into what he really wants. Forward tilt off the edge. We'll have Komorikiri taking that first game. Asmo, what are you looking to see come out from Ned to really correct that that finish there and see if he can take one off Komo? Take him to a game 3.
Absolutely. The one thing that we saw was allowing Komo to charge that limit while he had limit himself and the stage control. So that was a little surprising. You'd like to see the Cloud with limit be more aggressive, not allow the Cloud at the disadvantage without the limit to gain back that resource. So being a little bit more aggressive when you do have the limit would definitely be the best shot, I think, that Ned has here. Getting another charge at the start. Once again, Komo breaks it. That's interesting.
Yeah, but I like this slight adjustment in the opening on this game because we do see Ned took the stage control before going for the limit. Although you miss a couple of frames, he's like, you know what, being in the center is absolutely worth it. And although he wasn't able to convert off that, Komo's just so good at that game of chicken where it's like, who will flinch first? Komo moves in and he's able to just get those openings. Seems like he has just a little bit of a stronger knowledge of how Cloud's going to interact in these situations.
Yeah, these two playstyles are so similar. It just seems like Komo is getting the better of Ned in majority of these situations. Forced to use his limit there, so this is the time for Como to take his advantage and press it.
I love the comboing of that climb hazard into the up air off the ledge. And now Ned is going to try and convert something else. But, of course, we see, again, Komorikiri having that limit on deck and the percentage advantage here. Is he going to be able to end Ned's stock? Oh,
that's not going to do it.
Big cross up from Ned right there, causing Como to both burn the limit on a poor read and landing the forward smash. Not able to really convert anything off the edge guard here, but he is going to find a down smash. Can he find something here? He takes the free limit. He decides, I want the limit. I don't want the edge guard, and that's fine. Como will get back to the stage. But now Ned in a little bit of an advantage here as far as the resource is concerned. Finds his way out of the juggle. Potential up air, missed out right there.
It's so much harder for the non-limit Cloud to take the stock. But now Como with limit as well. Cross slash from Ned from the ledge. Very, very smart option.
Yeah, it was very clean. He knew that Como was looking to get a punish there. He knew Como wanted that up air, scouted him out a little bit right there, and pulled the trigger at just the right time. Now we see Ned in the lead here with a slight advantage. Under 53% on him. Does mean that Como is going to have to figure something out.
And it was kind of a risk to throw that off of the ledge, because if Como reads it, avoids it, that's a free kill, but Ned managing to land it. Now both players with limit. Little breaks in the game, reset your mind, just charge the limit for a second.
Now this is what I wanted to see from Ned the whole time. A lot more of a turn up right there. But Ned getting a little greedy right there. Tries to throw a cross slash finish, will get stuffed out by Komorikiri. Fortunately for him, Komorikiri flubbing an edge guard, and that's going to cause him to lose that limit. Como is able to find the KO off the top with an up tilt off of a jump. And now Como, up over half his limit right here, is going to have a slight advantage on Ned in terms of the control on the resource, but he does have 65% deficit to make up as well. He's off to a great start with a cross slash here for 19.
And at this percentage too, 65, if ever Ned gets a hit, that's a whole lot of limit charge, and the grab will do it here too, but it gives Ned so much stage control just because of how far you're getting sent at these percents.
Ned looking very, very favored right here in game 2. He's got the limit on deck. He's in control of the game. He has the percent advantage. Komorikiri is going to have to figure out a way to make something happen.
It's looking very much like the end of game 1, only the sides have switched. Now Ned in the advantage with limit and with the percent lead.
But we see, just like we saw before, Ned is perfectly content to allow Como to be the initiator, and Como is doing a very good job at that initiation, but a nice job from Ned there, recognizing the situation, recognizing the trump. Como did not mean to put himself in that situation, and then, of course, a limit blade beam is going to cover that option completely. There's not going to be any option for Como to come back to the stage, and Ned closes it out.
That blade beam does reach down below the ledge to grab opponents hanging down, so does able to get the second game, bring it to game 3 now. We're going to see a stage switch here.
I'm a little surprised here that they're not finishing out this set on Final Destination. I'm wondering maybe, of course, Como feels more comfortable here. Oh,
a switch up. Once again, Como is the aggressor, but Ned was ready that time.
Not only was he ready, that was a pretty ridiculous read, right? Because every other time in that situation, Como actually went for a space neutral air. So to see him be so confident that he's going to come with shield or come with a grab attempt and then just put his hands on him like that, I thought that was just remarkable. The neutral air would have put that move in the coffin.
Now an early lead from Como, but Ned fighting back. And so what do you think Como's thought process here with the stage switch is?
It's really hard to tell. Maybe it's just that he knows that if he's able to get that limit acquisition, he's going to be able to make more stuff happen from it, and this stage does complement both players getting limit, but I'm just not too sure. Obviously, Cloud doesn't have an advantage over Cloud, just in general, so it's really hard to say. Maybe just Como feels more comfortable. Whatever stage you happen on the Ditto is just probably whichever one you feel most comfortable on. Maybe he's hoping that he has more experience playing on this stage than Ned. Really, really hard to say what it's going to be, but so far, it looks like it's paying off, or Como himself is just paying off because that's a big advantage for him there. Ned can't recover from here. Como blows his limit. Ned was actually already dead, so he actually wasted quite a bit of limit in that situation just to ensure the kill with the neutral air. Obviously, he's not going to regret it too much being a stock up here.
A little bit of a mistake, but not too bad if you get the stock. You don't feel too bad about that one. Now back to the neutral, the limitless neutral here.
Good grab from Ned there. He's going to throw him off the stage. That's going to give him another 20% limit. He's going to be looking to close up that limit bar. Both characters either at or very close to limit right now. Ned is now online. Como looking for an up air here. Not going to find it. Ned's down air very well spaced. And now Ned swinging back airs, but Como not looking to jump his way back into the center so swiftly. Takes his time. Still not allowing Como back to the center of the stage, and both people are looking to pull the trigger. Ned's still down a stock. Como sitting on 2. Nice and pretty. 131 to 31 right here. Ned's got to make something happen. Como whiffs the jab in the wrong direction.
That's a big whiff from Ned, too. Missing that cross slash. Gets the back air instead, though. Now he has the limit lead. And that's so huge. When you get that stock, you get half of your limit back at least. Once again, Como on stage here, trying to keep Ned off.
Como looking to make something big happen with a down smash there. We're not going to see his opponent get launched off the stage, but another cross slash will put Ned's limit online, but put Como in a big advantage in terms of percentage. And now Como is more than happy to play the aggressor. Seeing his opponent's shield at 30%, he's swinging hard. Boom. 2 more of those will crack the shield. And Ned knows it. He's keeping as mobile as possible. He knows he cannot rely on his shield as a defense. He has recuperated the majority of it now. But in that time, Como's able to put his own limit online. And he's at a kill percent here. Looking for a jump read. Not going to find it. Quickly falls back to the ground. He's playing smart and safe. Tries to find a back air. Nothing.
Absolutely. This is game 3, the best of 3 set. So potentially Ned's last winner's side stock here.
Ned manages to find himself a 3-hit combo with a platform assist. He's getting close to kill percent here. Komorikiri pulls the trigger, and that's going to be it. Sends him soaring off the right side of the stage with a limit cross slash.
Very, very close games between these two, but Como able to clutch it out at the end for the 2-1 victory over Ned. Ned moving down to losers, but with that sort of showing, you know he's going to do well down there.
For sure. You know, as I mentioned before, Ned, definitely one of my favorite players to watch. You know, very dominant player in his region, very powerful cloud. He has a lot of things that he pulls out that he's very skilled at doing, especially in the juggle.